And we are recording, Mr. Mo.
Yum.
I'm here in my sexy Obama beer opener.
Where'd you get that?
America. It's time to get sexy, America. It was a gift from a
Do you
friend.
think he still looks that ripped?
Um, Probably not this ripped. You know what I mean?
He should make a calendar.
The Barack Obama
Forget
calendar.
Chippendales. I want to see a calendar of just no other presidents except for him. He's the
Dude, don't give
only.
anybody ideas. Because if anybody's going to do this, Trump would pick this up. It's like,
I
I would totally do it. Okay, look at me. Look how good these nipples look. Okay, just get in there. Okay, they're bigger than my hands. Okay.
John F. Kennedy was attractive. Barack Obama, I think, is good looking, but the rest of them. I mean, I remember that people thought Bill Clinton was attractive,
Bill Cosby. Well,
but
Bill
I don't
Clinton
think
in
he
his
was.
day, I think he was a good-looking cat, and he was very charismatic and funny. And he played the sax. You know, he was like he at the time, especially in the '90s, early '90s, he had more swag than any white guy in America. You know, it's like you all just came through Vanilla Ice. You know, it's like there was not much. You know, the bar was low at the time for
He played the saxophone.
white
That's
people
kind of
with
sexy.
swag. So Bill just came right in, dude. You know, this was before Eminem. You gotta realize. Then Eminem comes in and just takes the throne, and he's the coolest white guy ever now. But at the time, y'all just had Bill Clinton.
Thomas Jefferson had a lot of flings, but most of those flings were rapes.
Yeah,
So I don't really
yeah. I don't
think
have a
he
feeling,
was.
especially with the hygiene and like that. You know, the 1780s and 90s and the 1800s. I have a feeling all those presidents before the modern era were fucking fugly.
Yo, their
like,
bushes.
like
If they
Washington have
had
wooden teeth.
Manscaped back then, it'd be over for you hoes, but they didn't.
Yeah, no,
Yikes. I
no.
wonder,
They
man.
thought mouthwash was pee.
Oof.
And on that
Yuck.
note, we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. Get it? Cause pee. What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge.
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things: food, news, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Simo Moore. How's it going, Mr. Mo?
I'm good. How are you?
I literally, Mr. Mo, am living the freaking dream.
Why?
I'm sitting there,
surrounded
right?
by
You're sitting there.
Simpsons memorabilia, and you've got your Simpsons shirt on, and
right?
you've got your
That's true.
McDonald's big gulp cup.
That's true. I'm Simpsons that and living the dream. But I'm sitting there last night, getting ready to go on stage at the greatest comedy show of all time.
I remember.
All of a sudden, I get a little buzz on my phone. And I'm like, oh shit, my phone is still on. Let me go, put this off for a little bit. And then I look, and it's a message from a good friend of the show and good friend of mine, and yours as well, Alex Roth. He goes, dude,
What's up, Alex?
Is this you? And it's fucking me on Beavis and Butthead. It's like, what? It's like, what? So Beavis and Butthead featured us, Mr. Mao. And they proceeded to tear me a new asshole, but it's the funniest clip ever. Beavis said my freaking name, brother. So I feel like my life is completely made. I'm happy. I don't need to do anything else.
That's so cool. I want Beavis to say my name.
Yeah, right. It was awesome. Your spanking clip, though, didn't make the air again, so it's been seen now all over the world yet again.
Oh, nice. I bet my mom is so proud.
Now it's available on Paramount Plus, you guys. So add that to the list of credits. But that's so awesome, dude. I got home and watched it right after the show.
Congratulations. How did you celebrate?
Well, I got a little high. I went to sleep because it was like 2 a.m. when I got to watch it.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. It's just such a cool feeling to say, you know, you did something that Warren's getting spoofed by Beavis and Butthead. That's work well done.
That's
so I'm
so
very
cool.
happy. I feel like I'm on a cloud. And they showed a clip of my pops at the end too,
Aw.
which is really cool. So getting to see him, you know, immortalized yet again on another epic show is something that I know he'd be smiling down inside. from
Of
up there. So
course.
it's good shit. It's good shit. I feel like I'm on a cloud right now. So
Your dad
Thank you,
had to have known who Beavis and
universe.
Butthead were back in the day, right?
That's funny. That's honestly true. I feel like I have to show them. If I show them the picture of who Beavis and Butthead is, they'd be like, "Oh no," because I remember when I was a kid, they took my brother and I to see the movie. And this is at the time where we just got old enough to, like, you know, my parents go see one movie and my brother and I would go see another movie. So of course they didn't go in to see fucking Beavis and Butthead. But you know, I remember seeing Beavis and Butthead Do America in theaters in like 96, 97 when it came out. I was a
Mhm.
little kid, and it was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing. And the last movie that I did was also hilarious, and the show is fucking great. But great stuff. So happy. You know, great way to start the show.
That's
Honestly,
awesome.
I don't have anything else to talk about, so see ya.
Well, I just want to say that my air conditioning unit was installed in my window today, and I'm very happy.
Yes.
And it sat on my floor for 3 weeks, and I watched a million videos on YouTube, and they're all like, be really careful, or the AC unit will fall out your window. And I'm on the 3rd floor, and I was so scared.
For the
So I
record,
gotta bring in the big guns. So some people came over today and put it together, and I just sat back and drank coffee and watched.
you and Osmario are fucking pathetic. I see you posting your goddamn gym selfies every other day of the goddamn week. Like, the two of you big boys can't hold a goddamn AC unit and fucking close the window. What is this?
For the record, Osmario, my husband, posts selfies.
Yeah, you just happen to be in them.
Nope, not me. I'm very modest. I just take my clothes off for Manscaped. They're the only ones that deserve it.
Yes, very modest. That if you go on our page right now, at Frat Chat Podcast, you will not see Simo and his skeevies. Not one time. Not one time.
You know what? I take very good care of myself, and you know, if you gotta flaunt it.
That's true. Honestly, every time I lose a pound, I take like a shirtless selfie, so I can't even say shit.
You know what?
Teapot calling the kettle black here.
This guy messaged me. He saw the picture of me on Manscaped. So he reached out and said that he was an artist, and one of his clients reached out and wanted, was going through my profile and wanted this artist to recreate one of these pictures. I don't know what picture he saw on my profile. Who knows? It's probably me naked on the Last Supper table. But the artist was asking for a bunch of photos of myself that instead of doing a screenshot, he wanted like the raw files, I guess.
Mhm.
And it was just weird to me, so I blocked him. He's
So-
like, you'll get paid. I'm okay.
That does seem to be actually was reached out to by a different, like just like a rando who told me a very similar thing, and it was
Yeah?
a picture of me and Stella that they wanted, and they said that the client was in the Ukraine, and nothing against Ukraine, but they're in the middle of fucking war right now. Internet is very shoddy. It's like, does someone in the Ukraine really want a fucking picture of me and my dog right now? Is that like a thing? But they were like, yeah, you're gonna get paid for it. We like this picture on your profile. You know, and it just like I got such a weird vibe from it that I just
Yeah,
stopped
right?
answering them. Because it was like
I
it's
thought to
almost too
myself,
easy.
I was thinking, part of me was like, am I flattered? I'm like, no, I don't think so, because you can Google my name and find lots of fun pictures if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
There's a lot
you
out
just take
there.
'em too, and like I wouldn't, you know.
Type in Chris Moore nude, and there's a smorgasbord
Right.
of, you know,
Yeah, no, it's
me in my
weird. I
birthday
just got
suit.
such a weird vibe off of it, especially because I mean, we are fucking sponsored by Manscaped. You know, we have like legitimate deals that we've seen. So it never comes through an IM like that, like a DM like that, unless it's something weird. Like normally they'll get your email and they'll send you something, unless it's like a comedian or someone you know who's like trying to book you for a show. That's totally different. But for something like this, it just doesn't.
Do you get those texts that are like, "Hi, Alex, it's me, Jenny,"
all the time?
and you're like, "It's not Alex." "Oh, what's your name?" "I'm Jenny. I live in LA and I'm single. Where do you
All
live?
the
Do you want to meet
time,
up?"
dude. All these weird texts that's like they're definitely fishing for, lonely people, which there's a ton out there.
I mean,
And
if
probably
you
old people who
after
don't know
a
any
few,
better.
if you do this 100 times, you're gonna score a few.
Absolutely.
So I've never sent anyone a picture of my dick
Never.
ever.
Me neither.
Never, ever, ever. Because I
Never.
always just thought like I had some like really scary things happen when I was modeling, like some regarding lawsuits. I mean, it sucked.
Oh god.
And so I was like, I don't ever want to be in a position where anything surfaces. I mean, I've got some pretty incriminating pictures on the internet, but my dick's not in any of them. It's just
I
all
just send taint
implied
shots.
nudity.
All I do is taint shots on my end. I just put my legs behind my leg.
Okay,
and
so
just take
speaking
just
of
my
that, I've
and put
never
my
sent
Instagram
anyone a
on it.
picture of my dick. However, when I get these texts, I have like an album of butthole pictures, and I send them pictures of my butthole. I swear. I'm not going to show them to you because I don't think you guys can see it. But I have pictures with my fingers spreading my asshole apart.
Oh no! Why?
And Jenny will say, "This is me with my friends in the Bahamas." I'm like, "Oh, this is me smiling. I'm blowing you kisses, and it's my butthole."
Oh god. Simo's asshole. I can't imagine.
Dude, I cannot stop laughing last night at this one line. So there's a comedian named Mika Mo, and she said, "Why do people say Jesus take the wheel? He's never driven."
Yeah, he's
like,
never driven before.
That's because I have family that says that. I have family that say, "Oh Lord, Jesus take the wheel." No,
He'd be like,
shouldn't.
what is this? He'd crash into a wall.
He probably like rode donkeys and like he was
this
poor,
is the
so he
worst
didn't drive
resurrection!
anything.
As he drives off a cliff.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring me back for this, Dad?
Jesus, don't take any wheel of mine.
Yeah, don't take any
I
wheel.
got it.
You can get shotgun, Jesus. I think that's a better idea. Until you at least learn the fundamentals of a vehicle. You know what I mean?
I would call Jesus to be a task rat because he has a carpentry background, but he's not driving.
That's true.
Sorry, dude. Jesus, take the wheel of my ass. Don't touch
Jesus can just come with my homie Jesus in the back of a pickup truck, and
yeah,
we'll pay him on the down low too, because Jesus is not American, so I don't know how we would go about getting a recently resurrected guy a visa. You and I both have dealt a lot with the immigration system in this country, and we can attest that it's quite difficult, even when you do have all the paperwork. I don't know that Jesus does. I'm just saying, I haven't seen it. I don't
want to sound like an asshole, but can Jesus read?
Actually, I think he can. I think
you think so?
I think he'll read because he used to write stuff.
He did.
Yeah, he would like show up to like random places and write shit.
But I feel like it's more like hieroglyphics. Like it was just like pictures of like here's us and here's a man.
Here's just Jesus driving pictures of boners.
Here's a dog.
It's like, damn it, Jesus, stop doing that.
People be like, what are you saying? You're saying that the house fell on the dog and the people are sad? He's like, no. This is my rendition of a happy family. Oh, it's a big dog compared to the house. It looks like a monster.
Yeah,
David and Goliath. No, it's just a happy family. That's me and my virgin mother and my dad.
Is that a giant dick on the side? No, that is the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
I'm circumcised. Oh, got it. Jesus, you're very bad at this.
What Jew has a Christmas tree? That's how I know this shit is a fable. My God.
That's true. That's very true. Well, anyways, Mr. Mo, I think I don't know how we can transition from.
Well, wait, can I say one more thing?
Go on.
Yesterday, I went to lunch. As I'm walking back from lunch, I get a text that says, Chris, you're supposed to be on this conference call. And there's like a last minute invite that I must have gotten while I was at lunch. And I was like, motherfucker, because I'm pretty punctual. So I'm on the Lower East Side. I'm rushing back to my office. And there's this stupid couple holding their stupid hands. And they're holding hands and they're standing far enough apart, they're blocking an entire sidewalk. And there's all these people behind them, like, including myself. And I couldn't really get around them. So I went under their hands. I said, excuse me. And I went under their hands. And then they said, excuse you. And then I turned around and said, bitch, excuse you. Are you new? And then they were like, and then I walked really fucking fast. I was like, they might know karate. I don't know. But I can't be late for this here meeting. But I thought to myself, like, what dickheads on a little stroll in New York? Don't people know in New York we walk fast, we got places to go, time is money?
Seriously, literally, that is the foundation of this goddamn city.
I know.
That's what the Dutch founded New York City, baby. To work, make money, get the fuck out the way, said the Dutch.
Yeah.
So, they came in with their clogs and shit. Like, move over. But that's the difference. You know, you could hear them coming. So, you know, clock, clock, clock. So it'll be easy for them to just, look, there's a guy coming. They let go of their hand and you move it right through. So that's different. You're quite sneaky. No, but I hate when, and this is going to make me sound like a total asshole because it's usually people who have some sort of like happiness. I hate seeing when like a couple takes the entire fucking sidewalk, or when like a lady has like a baby stroller and like a dog and like is on her fucking phone looking down and is literally just hogging the whole thing and just acts like they don't see you so they just can run right through you. It's like, come on. Can you just make me a little space here, ladies, so I don't have to fucking be in the middle of traffic?
Totally. I just say, beep, beep. Hey, beep, beep. But when they said, excuse you, bitch, I'm not the one.
Not the one.
I will scrape your man's dick down pavement like a sidewalk chalk. Don't play with me. I swear, I'm not the one. I've been to jail, bitch. I'll go back for 10 days for beating some ass. I don't care. Jail was not that bad for me.
You made a lot of friends. He dropped the soap a few times.
On purpose.
Willingly, yeah.
It'd been a while. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? What is on the agenda, sir?
So from Simo dropping the soap in the shower to getting maybe in the shower to getting cleaned up in the summertime.
Yeah,
I don't know how to transition
hygiene,
from that.
Whether you're getting butt fucked or not.
It's important.
Yeah.
And that is why here at the Frat Chat Podcast, we're here to get you ready for the summertime. All right? It's now, end of May. Things are starting to get toasty. Things are starting to get nice. And it's about to be that time of season where people are going to be judging you severely for your looks. Not us. We don't give a fuck. But people are jerks out there. Believe you me. You see the things they say about Simo on Reddit. Good God. But anyways, we're going to get you the tips to stop those jerks from talking shit. We're going to give you those tips to get all the Instagram likes, baby. We're going to get you the top 10 beauty tips to get you ready for summer. Plus, a special bonus part. Mr. Simo here loves you guys. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what this means, but I think that means like it's beauty time. I don't know.
You know what? Girls know all this stuff. Gay or straight guys, we need to pick up the slack. I mean, I think that men can do better, you know.
That's true. And like we said, we are sponsored by Manscaped, so we know a thing or two about man's grooming. You know what I mean? We know what it's like to keep yourself looking nice. And also, we go on stage very regularly. And we'll be in front of the camera a lot. People always judging, man. People judge. Once I got a little chunky during the pandemic, and someone on YouTube wrote on my clips, it looks like Peter Griffin is doing an open mic in Quite Hog. That hurt. That's actually when I was like, shit, I gotta go back to shape.
Well,
but that hurt.
Reddit calls me faggot on the regular, so we have lots of fans. Lots of fans.
Yes. Yes.
Homophobic fans.
That's right.
Fans that like to body shame. A fan's a fan. You know.
A fan is a fan. Yeah, as long as they're watching, I'll take it. I don't give a fuck, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
That gets us paid.
I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
And sometimes I wear a little bit of makeup on stage. Just because there's so many bright lights to kind of wash you out. And just to make it very clear, I have an oil-based soap that facial wash that I use, and then after that's done, I have another like watery cleanser to get the rest off, but it's like a two-step process. And even though I take very good care of my skin, I think I have decent skin, and I'm very thankful for that. I occasionally get a little blemish, and just like eye drops take the redness out of your eyes, they also take the redness out of a little blemish, a little something peeking through. Did you know that?
I had no idea. Really? Eye drops on a blemish?
Yeah. Clear
because it dries it out?
It was like dry eyes, try clear eyes. It doesn't dry it out. It just kind of like minimizes the redness. Just a little bit. I think Tyra Banks even talked about that on like
I demand science, Simo. Where are your facts, your figures? Pull it right out, damn it.
I just know that backstage, before you applied makeup, sometimes the makeup artist would say, oh, hey, I got this. And they would pull out eye drops. And I would be like, oh, I don't want to share eye drops. Like, no, it's not for your eyes. It's for your skin. That's the same thing.
Ass. Damn it, Stella, get out of here. She's like squeaking. Sorry about that, you guys. That is my.
Oh, I thought that was your butthole talking.
Yes, I have that toy you gave me in there, and it's a butt plug-yo. I'm sorry, guys.
Just don't get an MRI with your butt plug. It'll shoot up into your chest cavity at the sound at the speed of sound. Did you see that online?
It'll take hours for them to scrape you out of.
Yeah, that was horrifying. I mean, like, why would you to the hospital wearing a butt plug? Like, come on.
That's true, man. Like, and I
You
see
like
a lot of
money.
I see a lot of these ads too, where people just like, oh, well, you can have this toy in your girlfriend's vagina and hit the button wherever you want. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm mature enough to have that kind of power.
You can do it with your finger or your tongue.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, we talked about it.
That's true.
Okay, what is your first tip? What's your first secret beauty tip?
This one is one that I feel like we should start with at my end because I do have a plate of food right here. Some delicious meals. But this is the time to eat right now. I got some egg rolls. I got some dumplings. I got some Chinese food.
Oh, very healthy stuff.
It's gonna be good. It's a good time. But this is the time to eat because you don't want to eat right before bed if you're trying to maintain that beach body, because the extra calories coming from your late night snacky snack are stored as fatty fat, which while you sleep instead of being burned throughout the day. So during the pandemic, I actually did the complete opposite of that, which allowed me to build a nice winter coat during that time. I don't know if you remember, it was a long winter as well. And I would just wake up at like 4 a.m. and grab a handful of M&Ms, go to sleep for like 30 minutes and then, repeat for a couple of times. And Julie loved it too. Not physically, like we only did it with the lights off for months until I lost like 20 pounds. But we didn't need to use the heat at all during the wintertime. What I mean? She would snuggle in with me like when Luke Skywalker has to sleep inside that tauntaun in Star Wars to survive the winter storm. You know what I mean? She would just get right in there. It was excellent. But I would recommend for you guys, if you want to go out without a shirt on your pool, to do the opposite. Don't eat before bed. Eat a little earlier. We'll do wonders.
I don't like to eat after 7. not even just before bed, just in the evening. I don't like to eat too late because it just sits there, it just sits there and throws off your circadian rhythm. So you can't really get like that deep sleep.
Yeah, and Simo is all about the rhythm. That's why he got his Greek saying #1. So
Yeah.
gotta have
I
his,
got
gotta
I
have his
got
rhythms
lots
right.
of rhythm. Slicka, slicka, slicka.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bad. Those are the good old days.
Those were the days.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You should have seen this
Clean.
man roast
God damn
these
it.
out of shape, rhythmless white guys on why they couldn't dance. And they just didn't have an answer.
I would go around the circle and I would say, either tell me why you're late or just look me in the face and say, fuck this fraternity. I was like, you, why are you late? I'm sorry. I my food took too long to come at the student union and I ate as fast as I could and I
Fuck your food.
fuck you. Next. I was
You
like
suck.
a drill sergeant. Well, that's a good one. Don't eat too late, guys. A lot of us worked really hard to get our summer bodies. Let's maintain it by not eating too late. Okay, so when I was doing, I mean, I don't think I'm necessarily an expert, but I did have a decent career in the modeling agency, modeling world for a little bit. And when we were backstage, it was sweaty, and we weren't allowed to wear deodorant because we couldn't get it. We couldn't get streaks of deodorant on the garments, so it was very stinky backstage and
Ew.
hot. And sometimes we would sweat. We had lots of makeup on, and we would look oily. So, in lieu of oil sheets, because you can buy like Clean and Clear has them, a lot of different brands have like these oil sheets that you just kind of blot the oil. Instead, we would have sheets of just generic tissue paper, just any tissue paper. It does the same
Really?
thing. Tear off some tissue paper, you're good to go.
And those sound effects are for those of you not watching us on YouTube. That's for those of you listening us on Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah,
tune
that's
in,
the
all
sound
your
it
other
makes.
iHeart radio. That's those are professional sounds right there by Simo. So that's interesting. Now, couldn't they have used like clear deodorant? They have that. Like, why did it have to make you all stinky?
I don't know. Maybe.
And is
I
that
don't
why you can
remember clear
tolerate an open
deodorant.
mic at a comedy show so well? Just because you're used to those smells already?
You know what? A lot of comedians fucking stink.
Yeah, especially, no offense, because I have a few of you, the ones that are close to me that live in that area don't stink for the most part. But Brooklyn comics, dude, I don't know if it's like the woke thing. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna use the chemical free deodorant and stuff. So you smell like shit.
Yo, it's a lot of Brooklyn women, not just comics. Yo, women in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, you fucking stink. You gotta put something on your hairy pits. These women will collect rainwater on a full moon, spritz it on their pits, and think they did a good job. Fuck you. Next. What's your next one? Deodorant? That goes without saying.
Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full body grooming and hygiene products. Don't be the guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair, baby. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you can do is make sure they're hairless. Because the ladies love those hairless titties, believe you me. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code FRATCHAT.
Well, so for this next one, I'm gonna tell you guys one that's actually pretty easy. You can do right now. Literally, you can stop what you're doing, unless you're driving a car. It's kind of dangerous to do what you're doing. But just go outside. Put a little sunscreen on. Go outside. Relax. Read a book. Work outside. Get that. Start working on that base tan, brother. You want to get that base tan going. Because otherwise, if you go from pale as shit from the winter straight to the like the beach, especially if you're going somewhere cool like Mexico or somewhere like that where you're close to the equator, you're gonna burn. You're gonna have them second-degree burns all summer long. So get a nice little base tan going.
Have you ever burned
Trust me.
so bad you got blisters?
Oh yeah. I
Ugh.
fell asleep on the beach in Mexico actually when I got way too drunk during the day. Little day drink. And I just woke up maybe like 3.5 hours later, and it was just bad, dude. And I was so burned for the rest of the trip. If anybody like touched me or bumped into me, it hurt so bad. It hurt to walk. And yeah, my thighs got all really blistery and shit. And this is me with my Venezuelan jeans, brother. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to you.
Venezuelan jeans doesn't make you tan better. It makes you better at smuggling drugs.
That's right. I forgot I was able to smuggle 900 pounds of
It
cocaine in
gives
my
you a
asshole.
wider anal cavity to shove lots and lots of cocaine in there.
Yep. And then we give us this kind of limp of a walk already, so they don't think anything of it. They don't suspect.
That's funny.
It's our Venezuelan strut.
But though, if you are going with the group, let's say on a cruise, and you're the whitest one, and you get really sunburned the first day and then have to stay inside or under the umbrella for the rest of your trip, it sucks.
It sucks. It really does. And here's a good thing about being tan, especially if you've been, working on that summer bod a little bit. What you can't trim, fucking tan, brother. It makes you look better already, having that little tan. It makes you look a little more shredded if you have a little bit that you're working with over there. So get that base tan going, brother. You don't want to be the whitest one. Everybody will rip on you, especially with white people. I don't know why y'all do that. It's like you're all white, but it's like, ha ha, look how white you are.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Look at that
You're more
ginger. I'm not a
me.
ginger. It's just my winter skin. Ooh. All right. Well, speaking of that, I think it's really good to invest in a good face lotion year round that has some SPF, because not just, I know in the summer, obviously the sun is really bright and hot and we tan, but most of the time your face is exposed to the sun year round. And I don't know if you noticed white people, but a lot of your parents have some pretty awful sunspots, which are also known as age spots. And they're normally right around here. So oversized sunglasses, great. But most importantly, I think it's really good to have a nice face lotion that has SPF, and you really want to get underneath the eyes. It's the thin layers of the skin underneath your eyes that are the most sensitive. 10% of skin cancer, I believe, occurs from the neck up, and I think this proportionate amount of cases are on the eyelids specifically. Because when you put on suntan lotion,
really,
don't you normally just go like this around your eye because you don't want to get it in your eye because it stings?
Oh yeah, that's true. Don't get too close. But I mean, I do get it. I do get right in there, but I don't. Yeah, the eyelids never. You don't put sunscreen on your fucking eyelids.
Yeah, but suntan lotion is pretty thick and it stings. It gets in your eyes. But you can get a mild, just face lotion that has SPF in it and get a little bit closer to those areas that are a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah, dude. That wow. I can't imagine having skin cancer on your eyelids. Sounds scary.
Yeah.
How do you take a biopsy? They just fucking cut a piece of your eyelid? Like, oh!
I mean, you got two eyes.
Fair enough. But Jeebus. Yeah, that's a good one. You guys, you gotta take care of that. Take care of that shit. Take care of them eyes. Take care of that skin, brother. And once you have like something, it's like obviously it's not like your life is over. Skin cancer is very treatable these days. But then it's annoying. So it's like it like really does limit your life. You know what I mean? You gotta stay inside more, you gotta regulate your shit. So just take care of it. So you can do
I've had skin cancer twice. Once on my back and once in my inner thigh, like right next to my nuts, that has never seen the light of day. So how I got it there, I don't know. Though, if you have in your family, I guess it's like a number one contributing factor. But I will say that melanoma is, I think, fairly deadly because it's one of the fastest growing cancers. And the best way to avoid it is to prevent it. And if you can't prevent it, then you catch it early. So you should go to especially if you're fair skinned, you should go to, I mean, anyone can get melanoma, but especially if you're fair skinned, go to the dermatologist periodically. Just have them check everything. When I go every 6 months. They take these like popsicle sticks and they look through every nook and cranny, because sometimes it ends up in places that you would never think, like on your feet, in your hairline, like in between your butt cheeks. I mean, they go everywhere. And my doctor and I are actually like pretty cool. So I just go into his office, take all my clothes off, bend over the chair, and I'm like, "How are your kids? How's life? How's wifey? And your kids studying what is this in college? Business? That's great." While he is like inside my ass crack with these popsicle sticks. I'm like, whatever. It is,
Wow.
but it's necessary.
That's the best dentist ever.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
So for me, my next one is one that we've alluded to here on the list, but get yourself some Manscaped, brothers. Especially if you're
Yeah.
like Simo and his friends, aka Team Banana Hammocks in the summertime. You don't want your junk hair sticking out while you frolic across the beach. That's just a weird no. You don't have to take a picture. Well, all of a sudden you see your George W. Bush poking out of them calzones. You just don't want that. You just don't want that. So trim them up, make them look nice. You don't got to go. You don't got to go Stone Cold Steve Austin ball down there. You don't got Homer Simpson your shit. You can be classy about
Does
it.
Stone
Just,
Cold Steve Austin wax his nuts?
No, he's bald.
Oh, you mean like? Oh, I get it. Sorry.
So it's too
It's
little.
like, wow, does he have a
Stone
sex
Cold
tape
nuts.
too? I'll watch that.
God, I can't imagine a Stone Cold Steve Austin sex tape. That would not be something I would ever want to watch. I don't even know why I peeked at that.
He was
Hulk
pretty
Hogan one,
hot
to be
back in
honest.
the day.
Though he looks exactly the same. So if you thought
I
he was hot
sent
back in the
you
day.
a video today on Instagram of Dwayne Johnson watching his dad wrestle, and he was 11 years old, and he
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
little
big
boy.
fucking 11-year-old. I'm like, this
Yeah,
kid's eating a lot of growth hormones. Something's not right. They must have got the age
Apparently,
wrong, or I don't know.
he says that in high school, people thought he was, like an undercover cop. 'Cause he was so
Really?
big, yeah, like what's that? 21 Jump Street was out too during that time.
He
TV
was
show.
11 years old and literally looked like Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
Same height,
seriously.
same hair.
He does look like, that's crazy. I never thought about it. He does look exactly like
Right?
Bruno
They
Mars.
could be
when he was a little
related.
kid. That's so funny.
I hope.
But
I
then,
think The Rock should make a sex tape.
oh
Just saying.
God, no.
Yeah.
I would not want to watch that.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Okay, so next up, let's see. When you're in the sun a lot, especially, or even like, how like when you go swimming and the chlorine just makes your skin dry and your hair dry. The more chlorine, I guess, the better it is for germs, but the worse it is for your hair. I
was a swimmer, so I know all about that, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Chlorine is terrible, and I would have the people who didn't take care of their hair, and literally their hair would turn like yellow, like almost like bleached. Like if you bleach your hair, and it would get all soft and weird, and it would almost feel like it's gonna fall off at any second. So I've seen that effects of neglected hair in the pool very up close.
Oh yeah, I've had friends put conditioner, a lot of it, before they get in the pool, but I feel like that might throw like the pH balance off in like the water to add more chemicals. I don't know. But anyway, if your hair is a little dry from the sun or from chlorine, my agent used to actually take my hair and inspect it. And she would encourage me to take extra virgin olive oil. So the greener the better, and pour it into like a cup. And I would get a paintbrush. I would pour it in a cup and microwave it, so it's real thin and runny and warm. I would get a paintbrush and like layer it on my hair. I put it all over my hair, and then I would massage it into my scalp, and put like like a shower cap over it so I didn't get olive oil on like my furniture. And I would just like do my dishes
Right.
or like clean my room, do some laundry, vacuum. Sometimes I just go to sleep and then wake up in the morning. At times I would blow dry it before I took it out because I kind of considered it as like a deep oil treatment. I don't know if that does anything, but then I would wash it out regularly. Shampoo, conditioner. But it would make your hair super
Totally.
shiny and super soft. I don't know if there's any
Totally.
like scientific evidence, but I
No, but
have.
that's the thing. I've done it too. I've actually used olive oil on my hair. It's not. I believe it's like an old time thing that's been going around for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's even encouraged if you have split ends. So just put on like the bottom 2 inches of your hair. But just know that olive oil is like really hard to get out of, furniture, fabric. So just be careful
Yeah,
what you lean
this.
up against. And then also, if I was in the sun too much and my skin was dry, my agent would tell me to take the same olive oil and wipe it on my skin and then wipe it off, just on and off. Just one little, smear of a coat and go to sleep. The next morning, my skin was amazing and runway ready. And I do want to just say that coconut oil can be applied to the hair too, but I've never put that on my skin, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Be
I've
careful.
never. Bad. I wouldn't recommend that on your skin. That sounds weird. But on your hair, yeah, totally. I've also done coconut oil.
Yeah, and
on my
you've
hair.
done
I've tried pretty
jizz.
much. But that was by
Yeah.
accident. You know what I mean? I was like aiming into a sock, and it just like it was very powerful that day. And I was like, oh, I wasn't even disgusted. I was kind of proud of myself. I was like, oh wow, went all the way there, crazy.
Yeah.
And I just my hair looks so nice today. It doesn't move.
I mean, Carlos
I
can,
pretty much tried
can
everything
sling
and
that
anything.
yoga across the room.
It's a talent, I've seen those ads in porn sites.
Yeah.
Do you want to nut more? Why? Just take this pill and nut away. But why?
Sometimes I wonder
Why
how.
not? Ah!
I don't necessarily want to nut more. Like, I don't really care, to be honest, but I would like to shoot it like across the room. I feel like the best way to do that is just like to like edge and edge and edge, and then you just explode. I don't know, but I do look at that as like a talent because when you're watching a porno and the guy just kind of creams, it's like it's just kind of underwhelming. But when it shoots across the room, you're like, yes, that's a climax. That's a season finale right
hits him in the
there.
eye, like, ah.
When they're like, here it comes. It's just like it's not even like a volcano. It's just kind of like a I creamed.
It's like a sniper. That guy's been holding that load in for 6 weeks.
It's like when you squirt toothpaste in a toothbrush.
Ah!
It's like, oh, nice.
Oh God, yeah. Simo likes to shoot her in this hand and then catch her in this.
Yeah.
Hand. It's a master. He's a master. So okay, we did olive oil, nice, and this next one is one that just seeing if you're paying attention.
Oh, I thought you were frozen for a second. I was like, no, I'm the frozen one. Oh my gosh. Tables have turned.
Gotcha. So summer's right around the corner, you guys. So have you picked your eating disorder yet? You know what I mean? You got to stay skinny. I personally just kidding. Disclaimer, just kidding. You don't want to have an eating
I
disorder.
will
That's not
say,
cool.
we all know, or some of you may know, that I am in recovery from an eating disorder. And I will say that at the peak of my anorexia, my abs looked amazing. My heart was failing, but my abs were superb. Just saying.
But as Simo learned during that time frame, anorexia doesn't make you cool.
No, but Coke will. Just kidding.
Yeah, buddy.
Just kidding. The good old days.
The sad thing is, you're not wrong. You stand in line at a bathroom at the club and just You're gonna have a lot of friends.
I
Tell you
know,
that
but you
much.
also might get fentanyl in your system, so be careful.
I
Um,
know that shit is scary now, man. That makes me like just. That's why I stick to weed for the most part. It's like you just want to, go with a little bit of Mary Jane. No one's fucking around with weed.
yeah.
It's readily available. You can tell what's in it. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna stick with for the rest of my days.
Well, after a night of partying, you're gonna wake up with puffy eyes, probably. I don't know about you, but what I was taught to do when I had puffy eyes, especially if I had a photo shoot or if I had an audition or even like a fashion show, I before bed would put 2 spoons in the freezer, and then when I woke up, I would apply these frozen spoons to my eyes, and then after that, I would smear on a little bit of preparation H. So preparation H is used for hemorrhoids. You know, my mom used to
Yeah,
get
for your
hemorrhoids a
asshole.
lot around the holidays. I don't know, maybe it's stress induced, and they would be so bad that she would have to get them lanced. They would like slice them, like drain them. So disgusting. I'm very familiar uh, with preparation H being in every medicine cabinet. But if you have a little bit of puffiness, just smear a little bit of that on your eyes. And actually, in Miss Congeniality, they referenced that, and people thought it was a joke, but it wasn't. Girls do that in beauty pageants. Models do that behind the stage, and hopefully, you guys will do that too. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you.
Simo's always prepared.
Yeah.
Got preparation
Put
H
some
everywhere.
butthole cream on your eyes, guys.
He goes around his 3 rings. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why he looks great and poop slips right out.
Yum.
Okay. So I have uno más.
Uno más. That
And-
means one more in Venezuelan.
That's right. Exactly. And this one is one that I feel like is very basic, but not enough people do it. Especially a personal co-host of mine that I know who happens to barely ever fucking drink water. Start your day off with a huge glass of water, you guys, and your skin will love you. I'm telling you. Drink a big old, chug away. Drink a big old glass of water, or maybe like some fresh green juices with veggies and shit. Julie does that stuff actually for breakfast. It's a good way to make your skin look good. But to remember, you want to start your day with a huge glass of
Yes.
water. You want to start with it, not end it.
Oh,
Believe
I
me,
see where
made
you're
that
going with
mistake.
this. Because then
And,
you go pee in the bed and not in the potty.
Yeah, I made that mistake, and then now we have to, plastic wrap the bed because Julie doesn't trust me anymore, and it's been a whole thing.
Yeah, and then
So
every
now it's
time that Carlos rolls over, it sounds like this. And Julie's like,
Yeah,
oh my
he
God,
clicks
sit
every
still. Sit still, pee boy.
That's why we can't do it anymore because it just sounds like we're crushing bubble wrap.
Yeah. My mattress cover, I think, sounds like plastic a little bit. I feel like I'm on a medical, like
Like
a
a
hospital
college
bed.
room bed.
Oh yeah, like
Those
that.
things are made.
I gotta get a
Those
new
things are
one.
made to cock block you, dude, or just to let everybody know that you're banging.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is my last one, and I know that I joke a lot about. Well, I'm not really joking. I get a lot of injections in my face. Some of the injections I've been getting because they were recommended by medical professionals because I've had some reconstructive surgery, and it was in an attempt to balance out my face. So I might get a couple on this side, maybe a little bit more on that side, just to try to make things a little bit more symmetrical. And then I love Botox, but sometimes there are things you can do that aren't as expensive that might even have long-term effects because Botox when you're young, what happens is you get these shots and they metabolize. So it's a toxin and your body breaks it down. So if you're really young, Botox 20 units in your forehead are going to be gone in 2 months. As you get older, they might last a little bit longer. But you're kind of waste your money as a kid getting Botox if you think you're being preventative because it's just your body just eats it up. So anyway, In lieu of expensive injections, there's a treatment at most spas and dermatologists. It's called a microdermabrasion, and that can be used to minimize acne scars and lighten up sunspots, even out your skin tone. So that's
Okay, spell that. Go.
skin tone,
No,
SKIN.
microdepredation.
Oh, microderm. Wait,
What's the word? Say the word.
microdermabrasion.
Okay,
let me try.
Okay, I'm gonna.
MICRO, micro, derma, DERMA, dermabrasion, SION.
Yeah, you got it, dude.
Oh!
You got it. Holy
Dude, I'm the
shit.
king of the world, man. I'm so excited.
That is,
Ah,
I feel
I'm
like,
smart.
honestly, we gotta celebrate, you guys. Yes, it's time. Mr. Mo got one. That was a big word.
Yeah.
That was a really big word. I was stumped when he said that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he pulled out of his ass.
Can I have
He was able
the
to spell it.
country of origin and it in a sentence, please? Thank you.
Congratulations.
What's the country of origin? Is it Chicago? I think it's Chicago. Well, that's our list with one bonus one, and it's in our attempt to get you guys ready for the summer so you can get lots of puss, or in my case, lots of dick.
Yeah, a lot of posting dicks, or if you like both, whatever, or none, whatever you're into, but you want to just look at yourself. Whatever. So let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
That's right. And let us know what you thought of our list. Give us a follow on all social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on YouTube. Let us know. Let us know if you have any particular beauty tips or hacks yourself that you want to pass on. And we'll share some good ones with the listeners. You can also give me a follow as well on all social channels at Carlos Does the World. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on Facebook. That's on TikTok. That's on YouTube. On Twitter, you can go to Carlos Does World, and you can follow my good buddy Simo over there at chris.moore.comedy on TikTok and Instagram, and C More Comedy on Twitter. So, Mr. Mo, it's time to get pretty. Why don't you get us out of here?
I motion to adjourn this meeting, please.
And I second, so I can eat my Chinese food. I'm so excited.
Out, bitches.
All right, you guys, thank you much for the love and for the listens. And of course, we're back next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time, the Frat Chat Podcast. See ya.
Bye.